prepare for the practice. So relaxing as much as possible the entire body, from tips of toes to crown of head, and from shoulders to fingertips. Gently aware of body breathing, the ebb and flow of in-breath and out-breath. Aware of this through rise and fall of chest and belly. So tuning in to breath and its flow. And that's the intention for the practice today. Breath and flow. Flow in the movement, which is guided by the flow of the in-breath and the out-breath. So on an in-breath, draw the knees into the chest, hugging them and rocking side to side. Cross the right ankle gently over the left, keeping the knees drawing in comfortably. So the lower back is resting on the mat, nice and flat. Raising the arms up, interlock the thumbs. Breathe in, reach the arms away behind you, stretching out through the chest and the side ribs. Keeping the arms as straight as you can, drawing the shoulder blades down into the back to the waist, and keeping the tops of the shoulders away from the ears, ensuring the chin is tucked a little bit in towards the chest. And gently breathing in as those arms continue to reach away, breathing out as they relax behind you. Noticing stretch through front of the chest and the ribs. And then breathing in, bring the hands back onto the knees, undo the ankles, a hug of the knees into the chest, and then roll up the spine. Breathing in, coming the whole way up, breathing out. Just take an in-breath, reach the arms up, and breathe out. Arms down. One more time, breathing in and out. And then lay the body down back into a bridge position. So line up the heels with the backs of the knees. Palms face up with the arms by the sides. And just breathe in, squeeze the glutes, press up, lift up through the waist onto the shoulders, checking the feet a hip distance apart. Interlock the fingers, if you wish, underneath the low back on the mat. So breathing in, squeeze as you continue to lift. Breathing out, relax into the bridge, lengthening the tailbone towards the backs of the knees. Taking another deep in-breath and rolling down the spine as you breathe out. Breathe in, reach the arms overhead. Breathing out, the arms come down to the sides. Breathing in, arms overhead, out, down to the sides. And come into the bridge and join the arms into the movement. So breathing in, lifting up, arms up and overhead. Breathing out, arms come down, rolling down the spine. Flowing breath and movement. Breathe in, and you're moving bridge, arms up and overhead. Breathing out, arms down, rolling gently down the spine. Twice more, breathe in, root through the feet, particularly the heels. Breathing out, rolling down, and again up, and breathing out, coming down. And once again, hug the knees into the chest, and just rock side to side, massaging the lower back. Breathe in, roll yourself up, sweep the legs round, come into a tabletop, stacking wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Just breathe in, round the upper back. Breathe out, just release it. So focusing on breath and flow, rounding as you breathe in, breathing out, just softening the upper back. In and out. And then move it into a cat-cow. So breathe in, take the chest forward, shoulder blades back, tailbone up. Breathing out, round the upper back. And then breathing in, chest forward. Breathing out, rounding, pressing hands into the mat. And continue with this option. Or breathe in, and just raise the knees an inch. Breathe out and lower. Keeping the knees in line with the hips. In and out. In and out. In and out. Drawing up through the low belly, working the lower abdomen. And release. And if you wish, holding again, breathing in and out, the knees up, or staying with the cat-cow option. In and out, in and out, in and out, knees down, tuck the toes under, arms forward, sitting back, lengthening the tailbone to the back of the mat, breathing. Take 2 more rounds of breath here. And then breathe in, coming up into tabletop. Just sweep the right hand across in front of the face and float on an out breath. Left arm up into a twist, twisting above the waist. Shoulder blades drawing together. Then breathe in, back down, breathing out. Other side, left hand in, breathe in, arm up. Twisting above the waist, looking up at the hand if it's comfortable, or looking ahead if that is easier. Opening the chest, breathing in. And then breathing out, coming back down into tabletop. Right leg back, pressing the heel, stretching the back of the leg, releasing. Breathe in, breathing out, softening in it. Coming into plank, knees up or down, shoulders forward if the knees are down, shoulders in line with the wrists. Or bridge, or plank. Breathing. So a little bit of core work. Breathing in as you lift and press the heels back, chest forward. Breathing out as you hold. Or the knees down in a half plank. And then gently come down, breathe out, sit back. Breathing in and out. Making in-breath and out-breath the same even length if you can. And in-breath, coming up as you lean forward. Out-breath to dog. Walk the feet in a little bit and lengthen back. So breath and flow. Breathe in. Breathe out. Sit back. In, forward, out, back to dog. In, forward, out, down. In and out. In, out. And then staying in dog, in breath, out breath, stretch back. So always breathing out, coming up into dog. Releasing the right heel to the floor for a bit of a stretch through the back of the right leg. Keeping the hips up high, relaxing the head and the neck. And then bending the right knee, switching to the left heel, releasing it to the mat as much as you feel you can. And then bending both knees, stretching back into your downward facing dog, resting if you need to, keeping the head relaxed, and then looking between the hands, just gently walking the feet forward towards the front of the mat, hip distance apart. Breathe in, arms up, and breathe out. Coming into a forward bend, so hinging and bending the knees. Fold the belly forward, breathing out, fold, holding the legs somewhere with your hands and using the in-breath to draw the chest down. Breathing out. Breathing in, pressing through the feet, lifting up through the glutes. Breathing out, folding forward. Keeping the weight more in the toes than the heels. Drawing the chest down and forward on an in-breath. Breathing out, relaxing into the fold. Option to interlock thumbs behind you, taking the arms overhead in your forward bend. Same breath and flow, breathing in as the arms move overhead, breathing out as they release. Keeping the shoulders a little bit away from the ears if you can. And then bending the knees, undoing the hands, breathe in, breathe out, arms down. Breathing in, up, elbows back to open the chest. Breathing out, in breath, open the chest, squeeze the glutes. In breath, out breath as the elbows move back. And one more, up, elbows back, and hands into prayer. And sun salutation, 2 rounds. So a vinyasa, which is flow. So focusing on breath and flow in the movement. Breathing in, breathing out, fold. Breathe in, left leg back, breathe out. In breath, look up. Out breath, forward. In breath, plank. Out, knees down. In, chest through, low cobra, breathe out. Breathe in to tuck the toes under, out breath to dog. Stretch back. Breathe in, left foot forward, breathe out. In breath, open the chest, out breath forward. In breath, leg alongside, breathe out. Rise, pressing through the feet, and breathe out. Side 2, in, out to fold, in, the right leg goes back, breathe out. In breath, open the chest, out breath forward. In breath, plank. Out breath, knees down. In breath, low cobra, breathe out. In breath, tuck toes, move hands back if you wish. Out breath, to dog. In breath, right foot forward, breathing out. In breath, look up, open the chest. Out breath. In breath, breathing out, rising up on an in-breath and breathing out. So one more round. In, out, fold. In, left back, breathing out. In, looking up, out, plank. Lower the knees, coming through. In, breathing out. In breath, tuck toes, move the hands back a bit. Out breath, dog. In breath, left foot back forward into the low lunge, breathe out. Breathe in, turn the palms, open the chest, breathe out. In breath, right foot alongside, breathing out and coming up on an in breath, breathing out. And final side, in breath, out to fold, in, right leg, back, breathe out. In breath, look up, out breath forward, in breath, plank, out breath, knees down, in breath, coming through, low cobra, breathe out. In breath, tuck toes, out breath, to dog, stretching back. Looking between the hands, breathe in, right foot back forward, breathing out. In breath, looking up, shoulder blades together, out breath, fold. In breath, left leg alongside, breathe out, keep softness in the knees to protect the back, and then rise up, breathing in, breathing out. Keeping the hands in prayer position, just take a deep breath in, lengthen up through the whole of the spine, and breathing out, release the shoulders. And again, breathe in, breathe out, release the shoulders back and down. One more time, in and out. Then bring the feet together or close together if you can. Find a wall if you need it, and come up onto the toes. And see then if you can bring the hands up as well to interlock the thumbs. So breathing in, interlock, breathing out and lift. So the heels lift off the mat. Breathing in as you continue to reach, breathing out as you hold. And it doesn't matter if you come down onto the heels, just pick up again, breathing in as you lift up, raising the heels, breathing out as you hold in your balance. And one more round of breath, breathing in, breathing out. Reach up on that final in-breath, breathing out, release to come down. So taking the legs nice and wide, coming into the warrior. So a sequence with breath and flow. Turning one leg out, dropping the knee down. Breathe in, arms up, relax at the elbows. Keeping the chest lifted. Use your out breath to sit into the warrior a little bit more. And looking out over that leading middle finger. Any neck issues, look ahead. Breathe in, reverse the warrior, breathe out, drop into the front knee. Breathing in, side angle, breathing out. Breathing in, turn, out breath, dog. In breath, plank, breathing out. In the left knee in, out. In the right knee in, breathe out. One more. In, out, in, out. Back to dog, stretching back, breathing in, taking the other leg forward, breathing out, knee into nose and chest, and then bring it forward, coming back into your warrior, breathing out. Breathe in, come the whole way up, breathe out. So switching to the other side, the other leg should be leading, so switch if you need to. Drop, breathing in, breathing out. Breathe in, reverse. Breathe out as you sink the knee down. Breathe in and out. Breathe in, turning. Breathe out, dog. Breathe in, plank. Breathing out. Left knee into the chest on an in-breath. Knee to nose if you can. Take it out. Right knee in. Knee to nose if you wish. And out. Left. Out. Right. Out. Stretch back into your dog. Breathing in. Bring the same leading leg up for a three-legged dog. Forward. Back to your warrior. Breathing in and out. Sinking on that out breath. And then breathe in, straighten the leg. Breathe out. Turning the foot in, coming into a wide-legged forward bend. Hinging forward. Hands resting on the legs. In breath, chest moving forward. Out breath, folding. Again, drawing the weight forward towards the toes, ensuring the toes are turned in slightly, and you're lifting the inner ankles up. So continue breathing in, chest moving forward, breathing out, fold. Breathing in and out. Feeling some work happening through the backs of the legs. Hands can rest on the mat. Breathing in and out. And if you can, each hand on one leg. Continue to draw that chest down and forward and relax the head. As you breathe in, press up through the feet. As you breathe out, fold. And very gently breathing in, coming up the whole way, breathing out. Heel toe the legs together. Come up to the side of the mat near a wall. Pick up the right leg and just take a stretch through the front of the quad. Breathing in, squeezing through the glutes. Breathing out, relaxing into it. Breathe in as you squeeze. Breathe out as you hold. Keeping the chest lifted. And then gently releasing, turning to the other side, picking up the leg away from the wall, breathing in and out. Breathe in with a little squeeze in the glutes, breathing out, relaxing into the stretch. You can press the foot into the hand. For a little bit more work, keeping the chest lifted. And then release, coming to the mat, legs nice and wide, feet facing out, and squat into our horse pose. Knees lining up with second and third toes, keeping the chest lifted, breathing in, breathing out, squat into it. Taking the hands in front, if you can, holding each elbow, keeping the tailbone tucked under and the chest lifted. So this is optional, you can keep the hands down as long as you breathe in and lengthen, breathe out and squat into it. Hands wherever you wish. A little bit more work, you can take the hands up. Keep the hands resting on the thighs or in front. Breath and flow, so breathing in, out breath, squat into it. So 2 more rounds of breath, breathing in and out. 1 more, arms up, in and out. Breathing in, come the whole way up, breathing out. Arms up on an in-breath, breathing out. Walk the feet together, come into a rag doll. So we let everything relax. So bend the knees, hinge forward, hold each elbow, allow the head to hang. So create stretch and space in the low back, soften the hips and the knees, and allow the head to hang comfortably. Focus on the breath, your pranayama, which is your breath practice. Even out the in-breath and the out-breath. Release the arms to the floor if you wish. So the arm bones are hanging heavy. So using gravity to help us passively stretch. Keeping that bend in the knees. And then placing the hands somewhere on the legs. Press through the feet, lift the chest, squeeze the glutes, coming the whole way up, breathing out. And again, finding a wall so that you can place your hand on the wall for balance, coming into Garudasana, which is an eagle pose. So it's a balance pose that strengthens and stretches through the hips. So we squat down as if it were a chair pose, keeping chest lifted, and then cross the right leg over the left. So the right thigh comes over the left. So a hand on the wall if you need it, and sit into it. If you can take the right foot behind the back of the left leg, you can do so, and then start to balance if you wish, hands in prayer. From the front, side wall, take a squat, cross the leg over, so thighs, foot comes behind, doesn't have to, and then sitting into your squat, looking for balance. Breathing in and out. And if you're crossing just at the thigh without taking the foot behind, that's fine. Just keep picking the foot up off the floor so the other standing leg is doing some work. So in Garudasana, standing leg working. So pick your option, breathing in and out, keeping the hand on the wall as you wish. And then gently coming up on an in-breath, breathing out. So switching to the other side, squatting down, taking the other leg, other thigh sits on top, squatting down, hand on the wall. Keep picking up the foot for your balance work, chest lifted, or it may go behind and you can squat into it and bring the hands into prayer. So taking your option, holding the wall, sitting back, picking up the foot to work the standing leg, keeping the chest lifted, breathing in and out. Just 2 more rounds of breath in your modification. And 1 more. And then breathe in, come up, undo, shake the legs, come back to the wall, pick up the right leg, stretch again, chest lifted, breathing in and out. So keeping the flow of the breath nice and even. And then switch to the other leg. Trying to line up the knees, pressing the foot into the hands, squeezing the glutes on an in-breath. And then breathing out and releasing. Crossing one leg over the other, breathe in and reach. Take the wrist gently and draw across. Feeling the stretch through the side body. Breathing in, up, undo. Gently switching to the other side. Breathing in and lean across. Other arm can connect with the wrist if you wish. Reaching across. Breathing into it. Breathe in and out and undo. Coming to the front of the mat. Nice in-breath. Breathe out, squat down onto the toes. Press the palms face up, one on top of the other, keeping the chest lifted. So just dropping the tailbone down, but keeping the chest lifted. Draw the shoulder blades back. So balance with both feet. And then hands coming down and stepping back to find plank. Breathing in, chest forward, breathing out, heels back. Lowering the knees if you need to for your option. Breathing in and out evenly. And then gently coming forward into a sphinx. So a little bit of a back bend for the upper back. So press the forearms into the mat, keep the chest lifted. Breathing in, breathing out, release the shoulder blades down the back. And take an in-breath and breathe out, turning the head to the right. And breathe in, center. Breathe out to the left. And breathe in to center. And then out to the right. Last time, into center, out to the left, and back in to center. Bringing the hands by the side ribs, coming into a low cobra. Keeping the chest lifted and moving forward. And taking the option of an upward facing dog if you wish. Breathing in, coming up, lifting the thighs and the knees off the mat. So picking your option for 2 rounds of breath. Breathing in, lifting. Breathing out, holding. 1 more. And then release. Coming down. Finding your Sphinx pose once more. Pressing forearms down and back to lift the chest. Using the out breath to relax and release. Shoulder blades down to the waist. And just noticing the breath. And then bringing the fingers together, interlocking them, just ensuring you are comfortably on the mat. Keeping elbows underneath shoulders and coming up into the dolphin. So walking the feet in, pressing the forearms into the mat, lifting the buttocks. Breathing in and out. Keeping the head off the floor and then taking the feet away. So you are in a dolphin plank. And in your dolphin plank, you can lower the knees if you wish at any time. And keep them back in your plank, breathing in and out. For 2 more rounds of breath if you feel comfortable, or lower the knees. And last round, then release down, back into the Sphinx. And just untuck the toes. Breathing in, keeping the chest lifted, breathing out. So just flowing with the breath, coming back to that intention. And then placing hands by the side ribs, and in-breath, out-breath, tucking toes under and lengthen forward with the arms. And then breathing in, coming up and sitting back on the heels if it's comfortable, just stretching out the toes. So the arches of the feet get a little bit of a stretch. Breathing in and out, in and out, in and out, and last time, in and out. Coming forward, just undoing the feet, giving them a little bit of a flip, and then sitting back on the heels, taking fingertips behind you. If you have a book, hard book or a yoga block, place your hands on the block, breathing in, lifting up. Option to lift through the glutes and open up the whole of the front of the body, opening up the shoulders and releasing, coming down. So coming forward into a plank with the option to come into a side plank in a modified way. So from a plank, bringing the right foot forward, turning onto the left toes for a modified plank. Breathing in, lifting up through the hips, breathing out. Taking another round of breath if you can, and then releasing. Back to plank, knees down, sit back. And again, evening out the breath. And then working on the other side. So coming back into your plank, if you wish, and staying with this with the knees up or down, or taking the left foot forward, arch of the foot on the side of the mat, turning onto the right toes, breathing in, lift, squeezing and lifting through the pelvis and the glutes. For 2 rounds of breath. One more. Coming back to plank. Again, lowering the knees down, keeping the toes tucked under, and keeping that length through the arms. And then gently coming the whole way up, sitting back, taking the legs out in front, fingertips facing out, opening out the chest, breathing in and breathing out. Coming into a reverse table if you wish, for more opening through the front of the body, breathing in and out. In and out, in and out, and releasing down. Coming onto the forearms, crossing the right ankle over the left knee, drawing yourself back up, fingertips away, drawing the upper half of the body towards the crossed leg. So lining up that right knee and ankle, keeping the chest lifted and breathing out, moving forward so you feel a stretch through that right gluteus area. Pressing through the heels slightly, shoulders up and back. Breathing in, feel flow movement, and breathing out as you relax into the stretch And when you breathe in, pressing down through the glutes into the mat. And breathing out, relaxing into it, but keeping an open chest. So noticing the stretch. And then very gently lifting up to undo. And then switching to the other side. So again, you can come back onto the forearms, cross over, turn the fingertips away, and walk the upper body back until you feel a stretch, trying to line up the knee and the ankle as much as you comfortably can. Breathing in, pressing down through the sit bones for the length, and breathing out, releasing into the stretch. Just aware of that correlation between the in-breath and that stretch, and the out-breath and the release into it. Noticing difference between stretch on right side and left side. And gently lifting up the buttocks to undo. We'll straighten the legs out in front of us on the mat. Press through the heels so we've got active legs, and we want to release the back. So in a forward bend, breathing in, breathing out, reaching, hinging forward, relaxing the arms somewhere on the legs. Breathing in, taking the chest forward, breathing out, really lengthening as much as you can through the spine, keeping the chin tucked in, and gently folding. You can keep the hands somewhere underneath the backs of the legs. Gaze is probably at the knees or the shins. And again, breath and flow, breathe in to lengthen through the chest. Breathing out, release into your forward bend. Placing the hands where it's comfortable without hunching up the shoulders. Breathing into the low back, releasing it as much as you can. Keeping softness in the knees if you wish. Also stretching out through backs of legs. And breathing in, release, arms up, and breathing out, arms down. Coming down and raising the legs in the air, two options. Relaxing the legs up, palms face up, pointing the toes or flexing at the ankles, just making circles, easing out the ankle joints, softness in the knees. If you wish to come into plow pose, if there are no neck issues, coming into plow pose, taking legs behind you, palms on the floor, and rounding a little through the low back, a lovely way to ease out the back in a plow pose. And just ensure you have no neck issues and you do not move the head from side to side at all. Breathing in and out. Just being aware of the back of the body and the release. And to come out gently, bending the knees, rolling slowly down the spine, keeping the head on the floor, then taking the legs up in the air. If they're not already up in the air, just relaxing the low back onto the mat. And an in-breath to draw the knees into the chest for a big hug, rocking side to side. And then keeping the knees in slightly, cross the right thigh over the left. Bring the arms into a T shape and allow the legs to move over to the left side for a spinal twist. Undoing the legs if you prefer less stretch. And releasing into the spinal twist. Aiming to keep the chest and belly facing up to the ceiling. The arms are in line with the shoulders and the palms are facing up to the ceiling. Relaxing the breath now. Calming the body down. Just enjoying the twist and the release. Ensuring the legs are heavy. There is no tension in the twist. And gently undoing, drawing the knees back into the chest for a hug. And now crossing left thigh over the right. Arms come back into the T shape. Legs move over to the right side. Your twist, opening up the left side of the waist and the shoulder and the chest. And undoing, if it's less of a stretch that you prefer. Belly and chest pointing up to the ceiling. Relaxing the whole body onto the floor. Noticing your breath in the belly and the chest. Evening out that breath as much as you comfortably can. And then once again, using the belly muscles, just drawing knees into the chest, rocking side to side. And moving into your final posture, your asana, the relaxation phase. So ensuring the whole body is resting on the mat. Palms facing up, arms by the sides in your Shavasana. Relaxing the legs down, letting the feet flop out. Tucking chin into chest, drawing shoulder blades down to the waist and into the back. And gently releasing whole body into the final resting pose, Shavasana. Just enjoying for the next few moments your relaxation. And as the body is calmly resting, if you wish, placing one hand on the belly and one hand on the chest. reconnecting to the breath and flow in your own body. Feeling rise and fall of chest and belly. Feeling ebb and flow of breath. And gently breathing in, reaching the arms up and overhead, stretching out the whole of the body. And breathing out, bringing the arms back down to the sides, bending up the knees. And rolling gently, carefully onto the right side of the body, just resting for a moment or two. Aware of the calmness and quietness you've created in the practice. And thanking yourself for taking time to look after your own well-being. And slowly coming up to sitting, cross-legged if it's comfortable. Placing one palm on top of the other with the thumbs touching, closing over the eyes, bowing the chin, a sign of respect and reverence for you and your practice, and meditating for a moment or two. So allowing yourself to just be, noticing the ebb and flow of your own breath. And breathing in deeply, lengthening up through the spine. And breathing out, release the shoulders. And again, breathing in, lifting the chest. And breathing out, releasing shoulders. And very gently opening the eyes. Thank you for taking part in the practice. Namaste.